Well, while I was out here, um, I thought of another story that someone told me, um, which I've been told a lot of stories, and which I'm going to do some of these scary stories, and then later on I'll do some stories of like I said about being on the farm and stuff like that, and other stuff. But anyways, this story here, someone told me that them and some friends went to this area. And it was close to a creek, and they got there. It was a little bit before dark, and they're gonna camp out. So they got some wood up, and they started a campfire, and um, and they're gonna spend the night. And then the next day they're gonna go fishing. Well, they said after it got dark and everything, and it was all huddled around the campfire. All of a sudden, I heard a sound. It said a screeching, high pitch, screaming type sound, and it kept getting closer and closer, and it seemed like it was just a little ways from them, and but they couldn't see it, even with the campfire. And then all of a sudden, they could hear it behind them, and then to the right of them, to the left of them, and then in front of them. Then they heard it again back behind them, and they was thinking, are they more than one, or is this thing that fast? You know, to run and scream, and then run to another side and scream, and then run over here and scream, and they said that it seemed like the fire was keeping it away, or keeping it from getting close to them. And they said they noticed that the fire was dying down a little bit, and it's running out of wood. So one of them had an idea to take some sticks and wrap their shirts around the sticks and catch it on fire and use it as a like a torch. And then they hold those torches out from them and try to make it back to the car or truck or whatever they was in. And they said that they went into huddled up into a group, and they held out these sticks with their clothes on fire, and they said that sound just kept going from one side to another, you know, until they got up to the car. And one by one, one would get in and hold the stick out, or the sticks out, and finally they got in the car. And the one who had the keys dropped the keys into the floorboard, and the others were hollering at him, "Hurry up, get the key! Get us started, get out of here, get us out of here!" And he was down there trying to find the key, and all of a sudden, they said that thing, whatever it was, just ran up and hit the side of the car, and it knocked the car. They said pretty good ways up, shook everybody in the car, and shook the car, and the guy was trying to get the keys, and he couldn't get the keys, and he couldn't find the keys, and everybody's yelling and hollering at him to get the keys, and that thing was hitting the car and beating the car, and screaming from one side to the other side, in front of them, and back of them, and around them, and scraping and scratching and hitting the car, and finally he found the keys and said he got it in ignition, and he started that thing up, put it in gear, and got out of there. And they said that they never been back to that area, or back in that time. Yeah. Anyways, they said they never did see it, even after they started the car up and turned the lights on. It seemed like it run away from the light. But they said that the next day, his car had some dents in the fenders and the door, in the back quarter panel and had scratch marks all over it. But they said, yeah, they don't know what it was, don't know where it come from, but they was glad that they got it out away from it, where they did. But anyways, that's another story. Like I said, I got more stories. I got more videos I want to do, different stuff I want to do. Like I said, if you like this, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you do like, what you don't like. I'll keep putting these out. I'm just going to use it as a hobby and stuff, and I'm just going to keep preserving these stories and stuff. And well, I'll catch you in the next story.